Good morning. We are live with the Berea Chamber of Commerce today, and we are in Old Town Berea with George and Doris Wyatt, who are the owners of Club Arena Skating Rink. So I'm going to scan around for just a moment so you can kind of see the skating rink and where we are in Old Town Berea. And they are going to take us inside and give us a tour. So we're right up from the skating rink in the City Park and Memorial Park. And so George and Doris, say hi to everybody and give us a tour.
Welcome. Welcome to our skating rink.
Come on in.
So if somebody's coming in for the first time and they've never been here before, what's the process? What do they need to do to get inside?
They'll see me out here and the mask sign, and I'll tell them there's the ticket window, and
Okay.
they may buy a ticket. And,
All right.
It's called an admission ticket. It includes their skate rental, and then they come in and give the ticket to the people at the skate counter and their skate size.
Exciting. So when you have people coming in, they will wait out here until they get their ticket at the window,
Yes.
and then they get to go inside.
Yes.
So can we go inside and see and take a tour?
Let's go.
We're getting a private tour, everybody, because they are not open right now. They'll be open this evening, so there's no one in the building, and we get our own private tour of this amazing skating rink in Old Town Berea. So, George and Doris, tell us a little bit about the history, because this place has been here for a while, right?
Yes. My dad built and opened it in 1960, so we're starting our 61st year down here. And Dad he's always envisioned something for the kids in Berea to do. And so we've been here roller skating that long. He actually had a company that made the concrete blocks and made the concrete for the floor. So all of this was his doing 60 some years ago.
Now, George, was your dad a skater too? Did he get to skate?
And that's kind of where it got to. He roller skated a lot when he was working up in Cincinnati, Ohio, and Chicago, Illinois. And he always enjoyed it, the lights and the music and everything, and he thought this would be a good thing to do here.
And I noticed, if we look down, George has his skates on. So, George, I assume that you have grown up around skating rinks and love to skate too, don't you?
Well, sure. I've been skating down here for over 60 years. I learned how to roller skate in our basement at the house, and so yeah, I've been skating a while.
Well, tell us about the rink. Give us a tour and tell us about everything that we get to see here. I know there's a lot of decorations and.
This is their skate counter.
Okay, let me scan around here for just a moment.
This is where you get your skates after you give them your skate size.
And so what size skates do you have?
All skates. We have the little Fisher Price for children that are learning, the 2-year-olds and under. If they can walk, they can probably skate. Our grandchildren began skating when they were probably 18 months old.
Aww.
And after you get your skates, you go to one of the benches and put your skates on, and you're ready to go.
And I noticed that the benches, you have everything, you're COVID compliant here, so everything's spaced out.
We've spread out the benches and everything. The floor is almost 10,000 square feet. We open windows for air ventilation and everything. And during regular sessions, everybody 2 years and older does wear a mask during the session. So there's plenty of area to social distance, and we feel like we're very safe down here.
Now, is this rink, what are the normal operating hours, and is this rink available for rental for birthday parties and events and things like that?
For open sessions, we're open every Friday and Saturday night, 7:30 till 10. We're open on Sunday afternoons from 2:30 to 5, which is a great family skating time. For kids 12 and under and their parents, we're open on Saturday mornings from 10 until noon. We also do rent the arena out for both private parties, and then we'd also have options for birthday parties during a regular session.
So tell people, because with Facebook Live, the great thing about our videos is people can watch this from pretty much anywhere. They may be local here in Berea, they may be in Madison County, or they could be off in another state looking for something to do when they come into Berea to visit. So tell us how to contact you. What's your website? Do you have a Facebook page, a phone number?
Well, we do have both a website and a Facebook page. Our website's just simply clubarenaskatingrink.com. And also, again, you can search for us on Facebook and find us very easily. So Our website has got all of our hours, all of the information about the rink. It even has special coupons. So if you bring a friend or something, you actually get $1 off your skate rental and admission for coming in.
Oh, wow. We have some people making comments, and so I always love to encourage people. If you are watching this video and you have questions, please feel free to go ahead and submit those, and we'll answer them during the live video. And if they're submitted after the live video, we'll go back in and answer those questions later on. So both George and myself will be checking in on that, and Doris. But Ashley Crow says, we love the Wyatts, and it's a big part of my childhood. And Margaret King says, hey, George and Doris, rolling along. So we do have people watching this morning, and it's glad to see people interacting. So feel free to comment while we're videoing live. And then George, Doris, tell us about once they get their skates, maybe they're out here on the floor, they get hungry, they want a snack, they want rest breaks. Tell us where everything's located.
Well, if they want a snack, we have a concession stand right over here, and we have pizza, pretzels, nachos, all sorts of drinks, candy, chips, all of that kind of thing that you would normally find at most concession stands. We have slushies, we have fountain Pepsi products, and so we can fill them up if they get hungry or thirsty.
Wonderful. And then do you take one, I know a big part for me, do you take a debit or a credit card?
Oh, sure.
We get asked
Sure.
that a lot.
And
Yeah.
we're putting in a new point of sale option in which we'll actually be able to tap your credit card and fast pay. So,
Oh, exciting.
yep, we're up to date.
So Doris, do you skate too?
I do. I don't skate as much as George, but I still skate. I started skating here when it opened, and it was long before I met George. So 10 years later, I met George and married into the business.
Oh, that is so sweet. So how long have you all been married?
50 years.
Wow, that's so exciting. Well, congratulations.
And our first date was here. But I do want to point out our kites, George's
Yes.
kite collection.
Oh,
Everyone
absolutely.
enjoys it.
So take us along and show us.
Well, we decorate seasonally, so we're in the spring season, and during the spring, there's kites. We have 27 kites up here of various styles and designs, and all of these kites have flown at one time or another. We've got pirate ships, we've got monster trucks, parrots, we've got dinosaurs, sharks, just the kids love them. We even got a Dory kite from Finding Nemo is up there. Biplanes, since I'm a pilot and all of that, we got plenty of airplanes up here. But we really enjoy this time of year with the different kites. We've even got a skateboarder right up here. A lot of these are very unusual. We've collected them over years from various places, and I really enjoy having them up there. The kids love them.
So these are some pretty unique kites and things like that. Do you get them, do they come from all over the country, all over the world?
We've got them from Sam's, we've got them from beach shops, we've got them from museums. I mean, just when we're out, zoos. When we're out traveling around, we'll look at kites, and if we find a very unique one, we'll get it. But like I said, we've got 27 now, so we've got a pretty good selection.
So I noticed when I was looking at some of the pictures on your Facebook page that the decorations kind of change with the season. So is this the spring decorations,
This is
the kites?
the spring season, and sometimes in the summer I'll put in a patriotic theme, and then in the fall we get fall colors and get into Thanksgiving and all that sort of stuff. But we try. That's one way that we keep it fresh, is that we change our decorations for the various seasons. In the wintertime, I've got snowflakes, and I've got Santa Claus up here and Christmas, you know, all of that. So we try to make it and keep it festive.
So tell us about the seating and the floor and things like that, because I noticed it's a hardwood floor, right?
This is the original maple floor that Dad installed in 1960. And we coat it with a polyurethane coating about every 4 or 5 years to keep it fresh. And when Dad originally built the rink, this railing here was straight across, much like you see in the back, and we modified it so that we would have larger areas for seating and for parties, and that's worked out very, very well. But we can skate a pretty large number of kids here, and everybody, again, plenty of social distancing, a lot of fun.
That's so awesome. This is such a great activity. I know when I was a kid, I would roller skate a lot. And so, but roller skating rinks aren't really, you don't see too many of them anymore. So do you have friends or in associations with other rinks across the state?
Well, we are a member of Roller Skating Association International. And it provides us with a lot of different opportunities. They have conferences and international conferences and all that kind of stuff. We actually are on a national account with Pepsi, so we get concessions with Pepsi products. A lot of promotional material we get from Roller Skating International, so it's a very good international organization. And roller skating is up, down over the years of various times. Right now, actually, is a resurgence in roller skating.
Yeah.
If you'll
Movies
notice,
and advertisements.
Yes.
notice on videos, music videos and all that, a lot of them are featuring roller skating right now.
That was going to be my next question. As you've been in business here, or has been here for over 60 years, so what has been, if you were giving advice to maybe some small business owners that are watching this video too, maybe thinking about Berea or wanting to start a business, what are some of the ups and downs you've seen in 60 years? I mean, 60 years is a long time to remain in business, and you guys are doing great and going strong. So what's some advice you could give to some small business owners?
You have to be flexible and change with the times. And we've not changed much physically. The building is pretty much the same, but we've changed. When it first started, there was smoking inside. We do not allow smoking on the property now. We ask you to leave. We used to see kids smoking. We don't see that anymore. That's one thing we've seen that's changed a lot for the better.
Yes.
I think kids are, with Facebook, they tell their friends they're coming here, so we found we had to go on Facebook and advertise to make sure people had the information they needed.
I was going to say social media and website, that was a big change for businesses over the years, wasn't
it?
it?
A big change. We try to meet try to do things for all ages, and sometimes that's hard. Sometimes if you're doing something for a 2-year-old, it might not work for an 80-year-old who wants to skate. And we do get requests for adult skating. We do not have that. But we were in Danville last week, and they have it at a skating rink there, and they were telling us it was a good idea. And we've had people who've asked us if we have adult skating night.
I was going to ask that too, because
Yeah.
you know, like if you go to the public pool or something like that, they'll
Right.
have times where it's adult swim only. And I was wondering, during your sessions, do you have like a 10-minute window where it's just adult skate only?
Well, we have different music selections for different sessions. The Friday and Saturday night is top 40 music for the teenagers. Although we keep everything clean, the music service that we get gives us information about the songs and all that, and so we still keep it family friendly. Sunday afternoon, we do put in a lot of older stuff for adults and things, and then the midweek session that we had to close because of COVID, we did a lot of the older stuff. So it was kind of an adult night then. We've had Christian music nights, which worked for a while, but we don't do those anymore. But we have a lot of churches that will rent the rink and come down. The Saturday morning session, we have very kid-friendly music for that age group. And so that's kind of what we try to do with the music and things, is we tailor the sessions for the age groups and the type of people we have coming.
Wow, that is so interesting. I love to talk to people who've had their business for so long, because it's neat to talk about the changes that have taken place over time.
The one thing that hasn't changed is we've kept it family friendly. We want families to be able to come in and be comfortable. We actually want families to be comfortable about leaving their kids down here. We kind of kid that we're a babysitting service, which is somewhat true. but we want families to be comfortable that they can leave their kids down here for a session, and we get that question all the time. This is kind of one of those, I don't say rites of passage, but it's one of those things where you kind of getting out of the house on your own with your friends in an environment by yourself, and we want it to be a very safe, friendly, and fun place to come.
And with that, that brings up a question of when kids have that rite of passage, when it's time for them to kind of leave the nest and get to have some alone time with their friends, what's the youngest age that the kids can come unsupervised?
That would be a parent decision.
Okay, so
If
it's not...
the parent feels comfortable leaving them here, and most kids now have a phone, they can call their parents, and their parents may be up the street or uptown dining for the evening by themselves. And so they can call the parents, and the parents can be here in very few minutes.
And you said earlier, before we got on camera too, that a lot of times, sometimes the parents will just sit in the car right outside. They'll wait on their child.
They do that a lot.
That's exciting.
And we encourage the parents to come down and check on their kids at any time during the session too.
That's good.
That's sometimes helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Mom was coming.
Well, we have more comments coming in. So we have Savannah Caroline, who says we love George and Doris. We also have Ashley Crow, who says, I can't wait to bring my 6-year-old and teach her how to skate. So do you have lessons? Do you have skating lessons?
We don't have separate lessons, but we always help kids when they come down their first time, or adults. During the session, we will help them. We will show them what they need to do and all of that kind of thing. So we have lessons during the sessions for anybody that needs them.
One thing that is helpful for children and all the way to adults, when they're beginning, we can tighten the wheels a little bit, which slows the wheels down and makes it much easier to learn. And the child or the adult has more fun because they can get out on the floor with their friends.
Oh, great. I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah.
So
and
I'm
as
just
they
taught.
learn to skate, the wheels are loosened because the really good skaters want loose wheels that they can move very fast, and so we do that. And George did mention we have a lot of special skates, like we still do the limbo, and I can remember in the 60s when the limbo came out, and I still love that song. We also do a fast skate and we have the one for the younger children, and then we have the faster skate for the teenagers and adults. And they all love that. They all ask, when is the fast skate? When is the fast skate? So they can really get out there and fly then.
Well, since you've got to see skates for so many different years, tell us maybe what have been some of the changes you've seen in the actual skate themselves. I know when I was a kid, my skates had little metal wheels on them. So tell us about some of the things, inline skates.
That's what I learned to skate on, was the little metal wheels over your shoes and the straps and the key and roller skate key and all that. When Dad first opened the rink, a lot of the skates actually had wooden wheels.
Really?
And before we had the polyurethane coating, it was a bare wood floor, and you actually had to scatter rosin on the floor so that the wheels wouldn't slip and slide. We actually had some hard composite wheels made by Ray Bestis, which makes brakes. I don't know what was in those wheels. We'll just leave it there. And then they went to a hardened kind of plastic composite and so forth. So the wheels have probably been the biggest change. Now they're a urethane wheel, and they wear exceedingly well. They're very quiet. They stick to the polyurethane coating, and then the skates, the boots have not changed really a whole lot, but they're probably more comfortable than they were back in the day and that kind of thing. And they're a lower cut. Usually when I started skating, all you had was pretty much high top skates, and now they're a lower speed skate, if you will, sneaker type cut, and some of them are very, very comfortable.
So if they come down and they start learning how to skate and they get really good at it and they think, I want to buy my own skates, do you sell skates here, or you can order them for them?
Certainly. We have some in stock. We have catalogs. Typically, if we order any, it only takes about a week to get them in. And we have skates for kids, adults, everything from, say $40 to $1,000 if you want. But we have a full range, and we have a distributor that's very good, and we can get them in about a week.
That's awesome.
We get questions about inlines. That's one change we've seen. We do not have inline rental skates, but anyone who's skating may bring their own inlines if they have them, as long as they're clean.
Okay. That's what I was going to
Yeah.
say, because
And-
people could bring their own skates
Yeah,
to
and
skate.
yeah.
we do sell inline skates, but like she says, we don't rent them. But we have several kids that come down and in inline skates and skate all the time.
And we do have a lot of customers that have their own skates, and people learn when they skate frequently, and that having your own skates, they're adjusted just for you, and you can skate much easier on those. So a lot of people do buy skates.
Aw.
Yep.
We've had some more comments coming in, and I love reading people's comments. So Jesse Cummins says, we've been in the last year and it was great. Actually didn't know you all were still open. So coming in for a private birthday party. So wonderful that you guys are doing this, and we appreciate you doing this Facebook Live with the Berea Chamber of Commerce, because this has been great to get the information out to the community. So is there anything that you want to tell people that maybe we forgot to cover or didn't mention today?
I don't think so. Just come on down, check our website out. It's got all the information on there. Our phone number, you can call down at the skating rink at 859-986-3881. Leave a message, I'll get back to you. Our website's also got our email. You can contact us by email. I get contacts through Messenger on our Facebook page. So any questions that anybody has, they can contact us and we'll get right back to them.
Oh, that's exciting.
Or if you see us out in the community, we're called the skating rink people, and you can come up and ask us a question. That's fine.
Yes, because you guys are the only skating rink in Berea, correct?
Oh, yeah.
So it's not hard to find if you're asking anybody that's local when you stop through, if you're visiting or touring the area, just ask, where's the skating rink? And they're going to direct you to George and Doris down here in Old Town Berea. So we are so grateful that you've been with us today. I know I've learned a lot. I think it's pretty neat to hear the history and some of the changes that's gone through time, especially like the old floor. To me, that's just amazing that you still have the original floor that was here when it was built. So thank you for showing your kite collection, and thank you, George and Doris, for being with us today. And we appreciate you all so much, and have a wonderful day.
Come and be our guest.